the ways in which you talk to me. I'm not Guido. Have me wishing I were gone. Who the hell is Gojo? Welcome everybody to Lobotomy Kaisen. This is the Jujutsu Kaisen episode. I am joined here with Anthony SechsyStudios.
Hello.
Ethan Swandizzle.
Saw, dude.
I mixed it up this time. I put Anthony first. Isn't that crazy?
Alphabetical order.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
the other day, Swandizzle was like, man, I just need to talk about Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2. So this is the Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2 episode. Also,
because you guys already did a Jujutsu Kaisen episode, right? You did that was the first one I think you guys did.
I think we talked about it in some capacity, saying, "Yeah, we should probably watch that show." And now we're all caught up.
Was it not the title of the episode?
It was Jujutsu Kaisen because he didn't watch the show, but it was me pitching it to him for 20 minutes.
Oh, okay, yeah. There you go.
At least for part of it.
I also just released my Jujutsu Kaisen video, and if you're planning on making one, I think it's Toho who owns the copyrights to that, and they are not fun about it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
They're very harsh on it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure anime in general is like. But
well, my Chainsaw Man was fine. Chainsaw Man did fine, and I even showed the entire clip of Aki doing chores for like that whole segment. Oh. I played that entire segment in full, and nothing happened with that one. But all I was using for the Jujutsu Kaisen one was just the animations for the intro and the outro was all I was using. And they're like, no.
Sometimes
I even tried cutting it up. I cut it up a bunch. I did a bunch of effects on it. It looked awful. And they're still like, no. So I ended up having to just use Zelda footage for it.
Yeah, you get Zelda clips instead.
I had a point where I had Principal Yagi, because my whole point of the video is that they're Jujutsu Kaisen fans. There's a problem with them because they get really upset when people are dying. They don't have enough character development. They did have like a big arc, and my whole point was that people who are they're more anime fans who are like into anime as a whole are struggling with it because they're used to plot armor and their characters feeling safe, and it just ain't for them. Is my whole point of the video. Yeah, not anymore. Because the best quote I could find was Principal Yaga talking in it's episode 2. Where he's asking Yuji why he wants to do this in his interview for the school, breaks down he said it's 15 seconds worth of clips. I split into 3 little segments, and even then the copyright struck that too, so I had to take the audio and just put Principal Yagi's face on there. Because that topic, that conversation comes up though multiple times, but that is just the best example of it. Like Jujutsu sorcerers die with regrets is the big takeaway from that speech he gives though. Like
that's the whole.
But I don't think people take it seriously though, because they're so used to their other animes.
Yeah, has nobody watched like Game of Thrones or anything?
Exactly, but then I make the point too that I'm not the biggest anime and manga person overall because it gets a little tropey. I'm not a huge fan of the cliches, and I understand why people like that, but it's just not for me, and that's why Jujutsu Kaisen does hit so hard for me.
Yeah, well, because like your Naruto's, your Dragon Ball Z's,
One Piece,
they're all.
And I've noticed too, the only way people seem to be okay with a character death is if it has some significance to another character, which is stupid.
Right.
Because people die all the time in real life. That's just how real life is.
Welcome to the real world.
I'll become stronger now.
And it's also weird too, because Chainsaw Man hasn't reached the second point of the anime yet too, but I feel like Chainsaw Man is much worse with character deaths. Much worse.
You could say that.
I feel that way. I feel like, it's the same kind of vibe though, where it's the world they live in.
100%.
People get murked just because that's what they do. But yeah, see, I got a whole video about that if you want to go check it out. It's there. People seem to not want to click on that one though.
Oh, I'll click on it.
Well, see, I think because my first video was the problem with Chainsaw Man Part 2, and I think more people agreed with there's some issues going on there. But when the title of the video is the problem with Jujutsu Kaisen fans, they're like, nah, I'm not clicking that one. They don't want to hear
it.
Oh.
Yeah. They don't want to hear it unless
my Chainsaw Man has 600 views now, which is perfect for me. But Jujutsu Kaisen's got 50.
Yes, that's pretty good.
Why does it say no views? Wait, let me click into it. There we go. Okay.
Did it get blocked again?
No, it's working. When you like Google it, it just says no views, but when you click into it, there's 51.
Ooh, all right.
Oh, it's building.
I know.
It's building.
This probably wouldn't have helped. I didn't think about this, but I know that sometimes just flipping the animation, like the clips you use.
Oh, just mirroring it?
Right.
Yes, that'll help.
I'm going to guess with Toho because I edited the crap because I was so frustrated by
it might not have helped.
I threw so many bad effects on there and like desaturated the hell out of it. And it was hard to look at because I was so frustrated. I was been out because I tried like 4 or 5 different times of splitting it up, seeing what I could do differently. And at one point, too, I even just threw a bunch of random clips in there, and it looked so bad that I could not do it. Or then it still wouldn't go through. It looked awful, and it's...
You weren't going to put something out that looked like that either.
I was gonna. I was about to. I was so mad.
To, but you didn't want to.
No, and then I'm like, screw it. Let's just put Zelda clip. We'll just play the randomizer, record that for 5 minutes, and throw that over there. But yeah, Toho does not mess around. I think that's who copyright it. Copyright stroke.
Yes.
Copyright stroke. That's the one.
Claimed it. I think it's just a
3 strokes and you're out.
Yeah, it's a copyright claim. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was struck down.
Anyways,
we're going to talk about part 2 or season 2, right?
Yeah. So Jujutsu Kaisen. So Swandizzle. Are you the powerhouse of the cell because you're the mitochondria, or are you the mitochondria because you're the powerhouse of the cell?
That's deep. You know, and I've been out of school too long to answer that question anymore. But okay, I don't know. I don't have like specific thoughts. I was just like, damn, this was really cool, and I just want to tell people that it's really cool.
Here's the thing: Jujutsu Kaisen season 1 and the movie were both amazing. You can watch our old podcasts. Sam and I mostly talk about it, where this is the show to recommend to somebody. It has all of the tropes, but it pushes them all to 11 and does them like perfectly. And then season 2 takes that and it
slaps you in the face.
Yeah. Well, yes and no. It I don't know. It puts a spin to it, I guess you can say, where it makes it a little bit more deep and meaningful. Because like the beginning, it's like, here's the 3 guys. There's their sensei with his face covered, and he's got the spiky white or gray hair. It's a complete mirror of Naruto.
Yeah.
And then season 2 is when they really get into, I guess, its own personality.
The way I would split it up is that, so I would say with season 1, I don't know what the actual arcs are, but I would say it's like world building arc for like the first half. Because I have like the DVDs, so it's split, or the Blu-rays, I guess. And season 1, part 1 is them just kind of learning about the world. And then part 2 is the exchange event, which is a pretty big deal.
Yes.
So it is not just learning the characters, but then you see more characters come in that are introducing them not as bad guys. But I love the whole, we're not on the same team right now because we have different goals. I like that kind of stuff where they will be friends kind of stuff.
Yeah. They partners by happenstance.
Yes. But I mean, obviously they're all going to the same school, or they're doing this. They have the same goals, just in different schools. So I like that.
Yeah. And goddamn, do they set up everything? Like everything you need to know, pretty much is set up in that time.
Yeah. And then I feel like sometimes there's some unnecessary like filler and that sort of thing. But when you go from season 1 to season 2, like by the end of it, I feel like you're like, everything that they told me was necessary and like kind of makes sense, you know, like
has Gege written anything else? Or is this his first? I mean, maybe some little things, but is this his first big series? I should look that up quick.
Yeah, this is definitely his first big
because I can definitely see his writing getting better as it goes on.
I think he tried a couple different things before. I know that one of his editors had a big problem with him because he would always draw women as like strong and powerful with big thighs, and the editor was like, "You need to make them more cutesy," and
he's like, "Hell no," because Mai is probably my favorite character at the moment too,
bro.
I think it's Mai, right? The staff girl.
Yes.
The glasses. by the end of where I'm at in the manga too, like she is absolutely my favorite character.
Yeah.
And I definitely see he took the cuteness away from her, so I think the fact that you just brought that point up to where, because she is pretty cute especially in part 0, like in 0 especially, she's extra cute, I feel like. And then when she gets to the exchange event, then she's a little less cute than 0 because she's, a year older. But at the point we're at now, she is done being cute.
Yeah, even like Nobara, like she's drawn a little bit more traditionally. But
and even Nobara's got the
face,
story, like when we first meet her, she sees that dude on the street who's looking for models, and she's like, "Hey, I'm cute, right?"
Yeah, exactly. And like her face, especially in the manga, they really make her face like.
I've also noticed too, Gojo in the manga is weird looking. And I know a lot of people will.
Sometimes. I
think it's getting better these days where anime has its own merit compared to the manga, because I'm not in the camp at all of the manga's always better, because it's just not. It's a different art form. And Gojo looks so much better in the anime.
I think Nobara looks better in the manga though.
Yeah, I see that too though.
Just because
I absolutely see that.
How, I don't want to say edgy she looks, but because of how edgy she looks, like her face, her facial expressions especially. And it might just be because his style's like a little bit more sketchy or like loosey-goosey, but
I've noticed too that his what's the word I want? His character consistency is a little off sometimes in the manga too, like especially Megami, I've noticed it the most, to where he's
like his hair and stuff.
It's hard to tell it's Megami sometimes
his hair
in
is
certain
probably
poses.
messed up.
Yeah, well, just the way he like is drawn in movement and whatnot, it gets a little rough looking to where it's like, is that even Megami? I know I'm watching Megami in this fight, but it does not look like Megami in this shot right here.
Yeah. But like Mei, I mean, she's a topic of discussion.
I love Mei. She's
her design is not necessarily
So I've been
conventional.
watching. I was watching in the Discord with people the first season, and we watched the whole thing in my Discord server, and everybody was giving me shit because like she is my absolute favorite, not absolute favorite character, but like favorite woman character, and they're all like, I hate the front braid, and I'm like, I love it. You guys need to shut up. We're in my server. I will kick you out of here.
It's a
I love the front braid.
The front braid makes sense because the whole thing, like more powerful sorcerers or whatever, they all cover their eyes in some way. I don't know if you've picked up on that yet.
Yeah, I can see that. But I love like the way like the sway of her body. It's like a pendulum in front of her.
Yeah.
I think it's perfect. I don't know what it's like hypnotizing in a sense. You know what I mean?
Is the vision thing supposed to like heighten their other senses? Is that kind of
I think it's because
the angle they're going for?
I think it's the opposite. Like their senses are so heightened that they need to like block out their vision. Otherwise they'll get like overstimulated or something.
Oh God. Okay.
I just figured it was like a cocky Gojo thing to where he's like
Gojo
I don't even need to see.
Nanami has his sunglasses. The principal also has like sunglasses.
Right.
Mei has her hair. The principal Yaga guy always has his eyes closed. So does Noritoshi, the blood user from the other jujutsu school. His eyes are always closed. Like the stronger sorcerers, for some reason, they always cover their eyes in some way, shape, or form. Like Nanami, he has sunglasses because he's not on the level of Gojo where he just completely covers it. And then when he takes off his blindfold, then he's even stronger.
Shit's getting serious.
Getting cereal up in here.
So cereal.
Can we are we spoiler alert, right? Did we throw that in there?
I have to do that. Spoiler alert for Jujutsu Kaisen season 2.
Because I would like to bring up Naname's death, because that is one thing that the anime nailed better than the manga was the whole him on the beach thing. Because that segment is not in the manga, really.
Yes.
He has one panel where he does say he would like to go to the beach, and there's kind of like a beachy shot. It's one tiny panel, and that scene of him on the beach, and it's going back and forth between the cursed spirits, him fighting and him walking on the beach just casually, is so beautiful and so well done that I just really gotta praise it. Yeah. And then with the actual death himself, like how I was saying earlier that it's people like character deaths that are meaningful to another character. I say that is the best one for that, because Yuji watches that man explode in front of his face, and I would say Yuji probably, or Naname probably meant more to Yuji than even like Gojo does, just a bit. I don't know what it is, the difference there is, but I do feel like they had a stronger bond for some reason, even though Gojo is more
closer in status or something like.
Well,
they're
I think
more
friends,
friends.
it's more.
Or
He
father
sees
figure.
something in him too, and where Gojo has a bunch of students and whatnot. I think Naname really took something to like from Yuji.
And is it the end of season one where
wanted them to
they
be
kind of
safe.
do a lot of bonding, right, with the first Mahito
Well,
fight and all that stuff?
Yeah, they go through a lot of
the
stuff
Junpei
together.
stuff, and yeah, and like
Yeah.
I think maybe they just have more in common, I guess, because he says in the car to don't compare yourself to Gojo, and I do feel like it
'Cause
is
you can't.
harder for Gojo. The only person Gojo is like really into is Megami, but he is a good teacher still, and he still does love all his students, but there is something a little bit more with Yuji and Naname, which I do really like,
Yeah.
and for that I'll be ripped away is harsh.
Malaysia feels
Yeah,
nice.
Mei, I don't know if you caught it, but Mei, when she was on vacation or whatever, she was in Malaysia, rubbing it in our faces while she was safe
Also,
in
with
the bed with her
Mei,
little
real quick,
brother.
what the fuck? Yeah, what is that?
Nobody,
like, 'cause-
nobody enjoys that scene.
Because I was
Nobody-
defending her, because when we were watching it because I had forgot about, because the bed scene had not come out yet.
I was waiting for that scene to come out because I knew
It had not come out yet, and I was defending her relationship with Wee Wee to the people in my Discord. I'm like, it's not weird like that. It's not weird like that. They're brother and sister. They just, it's not weird. And then it was weird. And then it threw it back in my face, and it's like,
I
no,
mean,
you're wrong.
It was a little weird with how obsessed he was, but then they shared a bed together and she was naked.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
heard
felt
like
weird.
with Japanese audiences, they were like, "This is awesome," and then North American audiences was like, "What the fuck is this?"
Yeah,
I'll
because what is
pass.
that indeed?
Yeah.
I don't know.
That whole
Like,
scene,
yeah.
also, like aside from the bed thing, that gave me like Metal Gear Solid vibes as well. You know, like yes, Mr. President. Dun, dun,
It
dun,
It
sell
added
your
nothing
stocks.
to is also part of my issue. It added nothing to the story or the characters. It was just very
What happened
weird
to
fan
Mei-Mei?
service.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like is she a
She's out
double
there making
agent?
money.
Like what's going on?
She
What
just wants
happened
money,
with
bro.
the Gato fight? I don't know. You guys probably know because you
Right.
read the manga, but I don't know.
I still don't know. That's the thing.
I mean,
there's nothing
honestly,
really. It didn't go anywhere.
I think she just left.
Yeah, like I don't know. It
She
was
fought
odd.
that thing and she's like, Gojo's sealed. I'm not getting paid. I'm out of here.
Yeah.
And then sold stocks
Um,
before everything went to shit.
So I do feel like we should talk about the Mappa situation too, since we're talking about season 2, and it got a little rough there towards the end. I gotta say, animation wise, and it's because there's very bad conditions
I-
over there for the employees.
I thought it all looked amazing, but
Okay, but
there
what's the
was
deal? Was it
some-
was it Mahiraga? Is that how you say it? the
Maharaga.
thing
Yeah.
that Megami summons, right?
Yeah.
You could tell that fight is still beautiful, and it's one of my favorite episodes.
Yeah.
But there are very clearly some scenes in that were very rough looking still, and I don't think it was intended like that. The people had come out and said that was about 30% of their vision.
Right. Well, there was also like a lot of scenes that got cut because I saw some of the old the storyboards or whatever like next to what actually happened, and there's supposed to be a lot more crazy stuff, like
But
less
there's a lot of
buildings
scenes
exploding.
where is Mahiraga supposed to be that white though? Is the thing? It looked like a paper sketch on,
the
TV.
He is just a white spirit, but
but I don't think it's supposed to be that white to where it looked like it was still just. It still looked like it was being storyboarded on there for a few scenes.
right.
It's not a whole lot of the fight, but if you go back and rewatch it,
honestly-
because I've watched that episode 3 times now.
I kind of like it.
I do
kinda-
like it still. Like
I
I'm don't get me
kinda
wrong. Like I
prefer
said,
it.
it's still one of my favorite episodes. But I'm pretty sure it's because of all that stuff that was going on. Because it's the tail end of the season.
100%. Mappa treats their workers like ass. It's so bad.
Yeah, and it sucks too because they are making money hand over fist. They did Attack on Titan, the finale, the last season 4 and the finale.
Oh yeah, they
Vin-
are Mappa. Yeah.
Yeah, Vinland Saga,
Chainsaw
fantastic
Man.
looking. Hell's Paradise, I'm super excited for season 2 on that. And all of these shows are doing really well, from what I
Yeah.
understand too. Like Chainsaw
Nice.
Man season 1.
I did see that directors from Chainsaw Man and Jujutsu Kaisen are starting their own studio.
What?
Ooh.
So maybe,
and that's the thing too, which I was been thinking this whole time is like, if you're not going to pay your workers well and you guys are making the best anime right now,
the
the
workers are doing it.
Exactly, they're just going to go do their own thing. Someone else is going to headhunt them. I don't know how Japan culture works with that, Japanese culture.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not looking good because if they're making stuff that's my issue too with modern anime right now. It's ruining old anime for me. It is.
It's too good.
It is way too good. It's ridiculous how good it looks. Like, have you guys watched Hell's Paradise?
Yeah, have not seen that one.
Beautiful.
It's great.
Beautifully looking.
Yeah, but like, there's still some. I mean, I think
Demon Slayer is different, and whoever's making Demon Slayer is doing a beautiful job too.
Ufotable always does amazing stuff. I think now too, there's just more good quality animation because back in the day, like Gurren Lagann was fucking amazing.
Classic.
Right next to it,
I need to watch Gurren Lagann still because Kill la
yeah.
Kill is one of my favorite things ever, and it's the same guy, right? That's the same creator.
I think it's the same studio.
I thought is it the same studio or is it this? I thought it was the same author. Hold on, maybe it's just the same studio.
I think they're both Trigger. I know Gurren Lagann's Trigger, but
Who wrote Kill
la Kill I think was just an anime before.
Was it just an anime?
Yeah, I think it was.
Kill la Kill is one of my favorite things. Yeah, produced by Studio Trigger, or created and produced by Trigger.
Gotcha.
So Trigger is the one who made Gurren Lagann.
Trigger does also does amazing stuff. I think so. Yeah.
See, I like Kill la Kill so much because it's just satire of anime. That's why I enjoy it. It is really tropey, but it's on the nose tropey.
It's kind of the point.
Exactly, and that's why I love that so much. But it's over the top, it's violent, and it's
So
it's very fan servicey, but in a tongue in cheek kind of way.
Plus, like 90s anime, you can't recreate the charm that it had.
Well, so I tried
time,
the other day going back to watching Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood because I'm just bored at work and I have a lot of time to watch TV. It wasn't hitting for me. Maybe it's because I know all the twists and turns though. And maybe it's because I know Edward's voice actor is a piece of shit, allegedly.
Yeah, that makes it harder.
The Vic Minaga, whatever. Yeah.
He's just a douche, apparently, is the thing, and maybe that makes it harder too.
Well, he also was a little grabby with fans.
I think that was
without asking for consent.
That was the big one. Yeah.
See, I didn't even know that much.
And he was really mean to like Monica.
He's mean to a lot of fans too, from what I understand. He's very pretentious and thinks he's a huge deal, and like he's mean.
And he did the English version of like all these anime openings, and you're just like,
he did the Dragon Ball Z Kai thing.
Yeah, you're like, I really like these.
He's got this weird complex. But yeah, I had a friend in.
He does. I met him.
Well, more of an acquaintance, but he met that dude, and he met Johnny Young Bosch the same year at like a con.
Wow.
And he was like, that dude was like the most rude dude I have ever met. And it's like, I'm essentially paying you to meet you right now, and you're acting like an asshole. And then he said Johnny Young Bosch was like the best dude ever, like the sweetest man.
Every voice actor I've ever met has been the sweetest person except for Vic. He wasn't even like mean, but like he walked up and he's like, man, you guys all lined up for me? It's so early. What are you doing, guys? And then he would go up and like, he definitely talks to the girls.
It's more like a job to him, I feel like, as opposed to actually being there to appreciate people.
I guess. Well, he's like, he knows he's hot stuff or whatever, so he can.
I don't think he is anymore, though. I think he's kind of done.
No, he's not.
People
found out.
Like star power and stuff, I want to say typically doesn't get to me, but when I met Charles Martinet, like I was literally like shaking. I was like, oh my God, it's Mario.
Well,
I'm hoping to meet him at some point because I know he's doing the ambassador thing for Nintendo more so.
So
he's still doing so. That's Charles one person Martinet. I would love to meet because he seems to genuinely love everybody too.
Oh, he's so good. Oh my God,
what a sweetie. I'm so jealous that you met him.
All right, back on track. What else about season 2 here?
So I feel like we all forget that season 2 actually started with a flashback arc,
love that
for a few episodes.
The hidden inventory.
Yes, and it introduced one of the best characters and villains, Toji Fushiguro.
Toji Fushiguro. I'm so bad at names.
The sorcerer killer.
I'd win.
He's got no curse energy, but
Oh yeah,
fucking completely wrecks
Yeah.
shop with everybody.
Yeah. He is beautiful.
And
I'm so glad he gets to come back in season 2 for a bit there.
When you first see his design, you're like, this just looks like the most basic fucking guy. But then you see him in action.
It's like
the
One Punch
casual
Man
clothing
had a
your
villain
pants.
arc, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
No, he is insane. And I'm not going to spoil the manga, but that's why I really like May. Whatever.
Yeah.
Mai, yeah.
Exactly.
Not Mai. Yeah.
In the shadows.
Yeah.
Like Toji Fushiguro does not go away. He does.
And the fact, too,
but
that he recognized Megami and was like, hey, what's your last name? It's not Zenin, is it?
Yeah.
And then he's like, cool, and just stabs himself in the face.
He had a little bit of redemption.
Yeah,
But
it
like,
was beautiful.
nice.
But that scene, and also this is another thing the manga or the anime did much better. That scene of him coming out of the water is just
with his overwhelming
gorgeous.
Intensity. There's so many. I read this and like there's so many beats that I was just waiting for people to watch because I knew there's so many iconic panels.
But like, so that panel is very different to the emotion captured in the panel of the manga. He's more like he's got the angry face on him, as opposed to in the anime, it's more like it's
Ecstasy.
more whimsical, I guess, feeling.
Yeah, he's ready to fucking.
It's a ta-da kind of thing, not like the
"I'm
emotions
here."
captured in the manga versus the anime is very different, but I love it. Such a beautiful cliffhanger ending too.
The strongest
of him coming out that
person in the
water.
room. Yeah, and the second time they did it was the better one.
The second time they did it.
Well, because they did it at the end of an episode, and then they did it again at the beginning of the next one.
Right. Yeah.
Because everybody
For the
was
clip.
like kind of underwhelmed. I thought the first time was still great, but then when they
I
brought
thought it was
back,
beautiful. It might have just been the setting too, because that island is absolutely gorgeous in the anime.
Right,
They
and it
absolutely
totally
nailed that.
contradicts the dread that you feel after seeing this dude's face show up.
Yeah, it was another issue I also had though with the anime, to where it was one of those later. It's that same episode I was talking about the Naname thing. So I watched the episode by myself, and there's like it's that moment before his little fantasy starts. It's just a blue screen. It's supposed to be the sky, but I thought my thing froze. The people in my Discord server thought it froze, even though I had already seen it. I knew it hadn't froze.
Oh.
Because it's just a very boring looking blue screen and not like an actual sky, if that makes sense.
Oh, I don't even remember.
It is
I
weird
thought something
that
was wrong because there was no sound. There was nothing. There was no
so long.
It wasn't.
But
It didn't look like a sky. It was definitely something that I feel like should have had a little bit more detail to it.
maybe something on the TV even could be like clouds or some shit, because
yes, exactly.
Obviously it's a transition like frame.
Well,
I
and
guess,
Crunchyroll is already bad.
It's kind of ass, yeah.
Yeah, and so I thought for sure it was frozen because I often get like a green screen when something's going on. Everything kind of has a green hue to it, and I have to like restart it and refresh it. So I thought something was totally broken there on my TV, but no, it was not. It was just an intentional choice.
Do you guys think Gojo and Geto were boyfriends?
Yeah.
Ethan?
No, I just think I think it was more so that best friend thing that you'll never find anybody else because no one is really at Gojo's level. Gato's not even really on Gojo's level, but he still
I think they might have been boyfriends.
Sees him as a peer.
Could have been.
Actually, I think he Gege confirmed that they were boyfriends.
Gay.
I can see that though.
I think
also Gege uses
way
he,
after.
him, and they, them pronouns technically too, so that's pretty neat in case you guys didn't know that.
Oh, fun fact.
Nice.
I have to like rewatch it because I like everyone's like, oh, they broke up in front of the famous KFC.
The KFC.
And I don't remember seeing that scene. So do you guys know what episode that's in?
That's the scene what he was quoting right away at the beginning. Are you the mitochondria?
Oh,
Yeah,
Jesus.
you are the power. That's that
Geto
scene
says, are you the strongest because you're Gojo, or are you Gojo because you're the strongest?
Right.
It's like the
I
last
must have missed
episode
that.
for the prequel. They break up in front of the KFC, which is like a famous KFC apparently too.
Again, no spoilers for the manga, but that callback line in the manga when they do that again is beautiful.
Yeah, there's a couple times where they call back to some pretty iconic things.
Yeah,
Lobotomy
and
Kaisen really likes to run with those too. Fucking nah, I'd win. Okay. That's all over the place.
speaking of like the art and the locations, I just want to say, so just the way they portrayed like Shibuya, like it's totally like 1-to-1, like it's spot on. It's beautiful. I was just in Japan this past summer. We went there. My girlfriend bought like a bunch of dresses in the Shibuya 109 building, and to see that get like completely obliterated, you're like, wow, this is
Have you seen? Surreal. There's a TikTok going around of someone who was in Shibuya and they had their phone. They had one phone recording, obviously, and then they had their other phone out, but they were holding up scenes from the anime.
Oh, that would be like so good.
Yes, like yeah.
Hell
like
yeah.
The subway
but they were holding it
is
so it was in
all
pose, so you'd
1-to-1.
Yeah.
Nice.
Super well detailed though. Like
also the you guys probably haven't heard of Ricky Montgomery, but
No.
he's a musical artist. And the fans really like to take his song, I think it's called Mr. Loverman, and just put anime into it, like. Because this also has to do with their breakup in front of the KFC, but like I guess the song got famous on Osu or whatever to start. They actually
that's like
had
the
it as
rhythm
an
game,
official
right?
song, yes, and then Banana Fish came out, and there were two characters with Banana Fish that they put on this song. And then I think there was something else, and now it's Gojo and Ghetto, where it's the da 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 da, and then you hear Ghetto go satoru, and then da 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 da, and then suguru. Like they say each other's names because they're breaking up.
I've seen that. Yeah, I've seen that. Oh my goodness!
And the
it's
fans
so sad.
just take it so far now. It's like it's so fucking stupid. Also, at his concerts, they say characters' names, and Ricky just posted. He was like, "Okay, guys, we have to pick one. If we're gonna like do this, you have to pick one anime to all say at the same time. We can't just have everybody's names said all at once. We have to pick one."
I think that's probably going to be the one though, because Jujutsu Kaisen is a powerhouse right now.
I think so. Plus, like it's popular now. Like,
it is the most popular thing I feel like right now at the moment, because there's just like, maybe it's just because my algorithms are sending me more of that stuff, but it feels like it's everywhere.
Yeah,
it feels like even like, you know, your basic anime fans are liking it. People who aren't as big into anime are really liking it.
They've seen it. They're like, oh, that's the guy with the white hair. Like,
yeah.
yes, it is that.
It's the guy.
It's the new Kakashi kind of thing, where even if you didn't know who Kakashi was, you still recognized him. Yes, exactly.
Yeah. And then the whole tone of the show definitely shifts when what's her name gets shot. And it breaks our babies.
You mean slapped?
Yeah.
Because he touches her face, right?
Well, actually, I was talking about even in the prequel when the vessel.
They go down to Tengen's place and do you want to go home? Yeah. Boom.
Yeah, that was. And then, so the person I was watching in the Discord server with, just the gas she let out. Just
everything shifts. The entire tone of the show shifts. Because even with the exchange event, like they could have died, but it was still like fun, right? Yeah. It was still a fun time.
Well, until the curses showed up, but yeah.
I mean, even then, like, besto friendo, right? You're my best friend, and then we felt pretty confident, and season 2
Toto is one of my favorite characters, by the way.
Throws that out. Yeah. Did you guys, were you nervous when Toto showed up after? Oh my gosh, what's his name?
No.
Yeah. After two main characters got murked in a row.
The whole show has me nervous the entire time. Same with the manga. Like that's the whole thing I love about it. I talk about that too. You're on edge the entire time. It's high stakes, high reward. That's what is so good about this, because you're never sure if this is going to be the last time you see a character.
Mm-hmm.
So is he just done being a sorcerer then? Is that the whole deal? Because he's not dead, right?
He's not dead.
But he has not shown back up in the manga.
But he needs a hand, you know?
But, you know, Junpei...
Well, he can't do the boogie woogie.
Oh, yeah. Boogie woogie.
He can't slap. Also, people are mad. So there's the scene in the anime where he's fighting Mahito, and he's got both of his hands, and they're blocking swords, and he somehow switches out of there.
Oh, yeah. He claps with his butt cheeks.
They're like, is that an animation error? Or did he clap with his ass cheeks.
Yeah, I honestly don't know what that was.
Because that's not in the manga either. I was looking for that part.
Yeah, I don't know how he clapped. They also added a fucking All Might scene where he like sparkled and black flashed.
That was
That's
so cool,
good. Oh my god.
So
but like
good.
it didn't do anything because he can't.
It got him up to 120, baby.
That's true. That's right. The 120
That was the
panel
whole-
was also
yeah.
iconic.
Yeah, that was so good. That whole scene was just fantastic,
The
and
whole
that's why
fucking
I don't.
season, it doesn't miss.
Yeah, it's one of the best. That's probably the best scene in the entire.
And the rest of the
season two.
series.
Like it doesn't match like the tone of the show at all, but it
matches
doesn't
the
have
tone of
to.
Toto, though.
Yes.
It matches the tone of Toto, though.
Yes,
is
that's
the thing.
true. Absolutely.
And I think it's what I like about Jujutsu Kaisen so much is that all the domains and whatnot are completely like they're ridiculous. Especially by the time you get to where the manga's at right now.
Bro, no,
There are
the
so many
manga's
people
fucking
have
silly.
so many. The comedian guy, the guy with the gambling
Dude,
thing, and like.
always bet on Hakari. That's all you have to know.
And speaking of like the domains and stuff, because there, like, was it season 1 where like the bad guys would kind of have their little like huddle on the beach and they're all sitting in the chairs? Like, are they just relaxing in the dude's domain?
I think
No,
so.
they're there. It's real life, aren't they?
I think it's Dagon's domain. I think he made the
no,
whole
Dagon
like,
doesn't have a domain yet, though. Can he do?
I don't know.
He unlocked his domain expansion because he turned into full Dagon.
I don't know. That's a good question because
Well,
like
it
they
looks
just
pretty
walk into the
similar.
hotel room and then it's.
Do you
it
guys
looks
also
like
know that
beach.
Dagon is a Cthulhu? He's like a
Yes.
a Lovecraftian thing. There's a whole movie called Dagon, which is really stupid and silly, but it's fun.
Oh, I didn't know
But,
that
like-
the name was.
I didn't know the exact details, but he do be looking kind of Cthulhu-like.
No, so Dagon is a
name.
Lovecraft story,
Okay.
like a Lovecraft god. So I thought that was super neat too. But yeah, there's a whole movie called Dagon,
Dagon.
which is it's from the 90s, I do believe, and it's or early 2000s. It's bad but fun. Papa Meat's got a video, Meat Canyon, on his second channel. He's got a whole video talking about
R.I.P.
Dagon,
Nice.
and it's a blast. Highly recommend going and check that out.
Yeah, can we also
Especially-
talk about how? Go on, finish real quick. Especially. All right.
What?
You're saying especially
Oh,
something, and I
My
cut you
bad.
off.
I was saying because I don't think he had a domain expansion though before, but maybe he did. Could he?
Maybe
Because
it's
he
like
was
a
womb.
simple-
He was a
maybe
cursed
it's-
womb, right? Until they fought. Could you still do domain expansion as a cursed womb?
I don't know. Maybe it was a simple domain or something.
Because they
different.
were just
Dude,
out and
the
about at
domains-
random places.
I don't
Anyways,
understand
like,
this shit.
So it could have been a real beach. Is all I'm saying.
Okay.
But can we also talk about how Jogo just picks the worst fights?
Oh, absolutely.
Like
That
he's
dude
one
is-
of the strongest cursed spirits, and he throws hands with the two
the
worst
worst people.
the two
Yeah.
actual strongest in the like entire universe, probably.
Mhm.
Well, not
And he
probably,
loses.
like-
he loses both times.
so he looks super weak too. Is the funny thing. Like, and he just
Yeah, but he's not.
the whole. I
You're
loved
strong.
the scene where they're in the white void and he's talking to him, and then Sukuna shows up and he's like, "Hey, you did a good job."
Yeah, he's
And
like,
he starts
you're
crying.
strong.
That was so beautiful and touching.
That's
I
also
really
a
like
Lobotomy
that.
Kaisen meme.
It
right
made me
now.
go, "No, Sukuna's not that bad of a guy." And no, he,
He
is.
is.
He definitely is.
He is.
But he does give credit where credit is due.
He does.
And I really
He
do
does a
appreciate
couple
that. Like,
times,
he's
yeah.
not the biggest dick of villains because you don't see that a lot either, where they're actually like impressed by their people, other people.
Can somebody
Yeah.
explain to me why he like went dormant again? 'Cause I don't think he had to. Like, what's the goal here?
Yuji just
To show-
regained control. Like
Okay.
Yuji got so beat up that he couldn't. They threw a bunch of fingers in him and he couldn't like keep it held back. But then
Then he just recovered from that. Yeah.
Yeah, Sukuna knew that his time was up, so he just switched
Gotcha.
in the most traumatizing spot he could.
Oh, no kidding.
And then they
We need to
played
do
the
another
theme song.
podcast too about the manga because I need to talk about the manga more than season 2. So we need to do another one because I'm the same way with Ethan right now, except with the manga. To where like I need to talk about this.
There's so much. There's so much. Yeah, it's good stuff. Season 2 is it's a work
See-
of art.
It's the starting point too, because like if you thought the Shibuya incident was a lot, like oh my god,
Right, and we still don't even in the anime. We still don't even know like what exactly the problem is, like, what exactly is going on.
As soon as that next chapter starts, though, in the manga, you know exactly what. I mean, not exactly, because I'm still confused on what the hell's going on to an extent, but
America.
Yeah. Also, I'm sad to see Mahito go. I think he's gone, right? Like, 'cause he got eaten.
Yeah, he got absorbed. I don't think he's gonna.
God, that was such a buzzkill.
Which is funny too, because that's Gege's favorite character. If you couldn't tell, like, just by everything.
Yeah, it's I fuck that guy, but
he's hilarious. He's so hilarious. The kissing scene
yeah,
where his lips came out, and his mocking of Yuji with the Junpei puppet.
Yeah.
And the whole the drink 'em up, drink 'em up, drink 'em up, drink 'em up, where the dude's eating people and he's just singing his song there. That's another thing that the anime added. You can see in the manga, there's a little panel of that. He's got music notes, what he's saying, but it's not a whole thing of him clapping and being like, yay.
Yeah, that was the thing too. Like, even reading it, like, I was excited to watch it. Like, there was nothing was lost watching it after reading it, which is so good.
But that's what I like too. There's nothing lost, but there's so many little things that are added.
Well, yeah,
it's
and like,
so
you can't compare
perfect.
like with music and like the voice acting and all that. You can't really go back. But
I also got to say, there are a few characters who I actually prefer in the dub too, which I know is blasphemous to some people.
The dubs, I've seen,
are rising up, and people need to understand that too. They're not like they used to be. All these sub-supremacists are so used to the old ways where people didn't care about anime, and that's why the dubs were so bad.
Yeah.
But like,
they
Sukuna
rewrite certain
in
lines.
the dub, I think is better. I think he's got the grittier voice, which I think works a lot better.
I like it.
Yeah. Ethan's only watched it in dub.
Yeah, funny enough, I honestly like both subs and dubs. It's just kind of like whatever I start with, that's just what I end up going with. So
I always watch both, because I'm always, if I'm really caught up on something, I will watch the Japanese first because I can't wait. But then I do rewatch to see the differences, because I like seeing how they change things and how people sound and whatnot. So I always watch both if I really like something.
But
yeah, absolutely. But I guess, like you said, maybe I'm trying to think of all the shows that I've watched where I preferred the dubs, or sorry, where I preferred the subs. And I think you're right. It's like those older shows where like they didn't do the dubs justice.
Because they didn't care. I think Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood was like, I mean, Full Metal Alchemist in general was Full Metal Alchemist, Death Note. It was the bigger ones that came out that actually had a bit more love and care put into them. Yeah.
Like I think of like Evangelion. Like just the screams, the guttural screams in Japanese were way better than anything in the dub.
Yeah, and that's the same thing. But there is a lot of, even with like Death Note, there's the scene at the end of that where they're confronting Light, and there's a cop, one of the cop dudes, I can't remember his name, but in the dub, you can see the guy, he's like waving his hands and like screaming, but then the dialogue is just, no, stop! How could you do this? Like it does not fit at all. So they even still like, even with animes that had pretty good dubs, there's still
some quirks.
I'll take a potato chip and eat it. But I do want to say though, with the Jujutsu Kaisen dub, I swear to God, there's like 7 characters, all voiced by I don't know his name. He does like Gohan and like Panda.
Kyle, something.
I got no beef with the guy. He's fantastic at his job, but I'm just like, can we get some different people?
I feel that completely. That's how I feel. I know this is blasphemous. That's how I feel about Matt Mercer and things. I think Matt Mercer is a great guy. He does a good job at things, but it's the same voice every time. It's Matt Mercer's voice. Like, I've heard one thing where he does a different voice, but
there's a period of time where Bryce Papenbrook voiced every main character, and it like I got so sick of it. I love the guy.
What shoot is that?
Aaron Yeager.
Oh, okay.
The guy from Blue Exorcist. Yeah. Kirito from Sword Art Online.
See, I haven't watched Blue Exorcist. I do not like Sword Art Online.
The guy from Blood Lad. Like during that time period, he voiced like every main character, and it was like, oh, I can't wait to watch the show. Oh, Bryce Papenbrook? Yeah. He's such a sweetheart.
I annoy my girlfriend like that. where like anytime we watch a show, it's just like, oh yeah, that's this guy from this show. That's this guy from this show. It's just like, can I just watch a show, please?
Right.
Oh, see, I'm the same way though. To where anytime I watch something, it's that's the guy from this. That's the guy from this. That's the guy. Yeah, it's fun.
Oh, yeah.
I'm actually my next video right now is I'm doing every single celebrity guest from Aqua Teen Hunger Force, because there's so many. But that's that entire thing in a video form because I'm so obsessed with it right now.
Are those little cube alien guys celebrity guests?
No.
Okay. That's the only like I didn't really watch it that much growing up.
It's one of my all-time obsessions.
But those are like the only random characters.
But I'm rewatching it right now, and even like Idris Elba is in an episode.
Oh, really?
As a cop. Yeah, it's like what I'm saying. Like you do not expect some of the star power that is in there.
They just show up. It's like Wes Anderson movies.
Yes, exactly. Because you don't realize how many people like Aqua Teen Hunger Force, I guess, is the thing. Because do you guys know the band Chickenfoot? It's like Sammy Hagar's supergroup.
Okay.
That whole band is in there at one point. Like there's so many things, but that's off topic for now. But I was just
Yeah.
plug in my new thing.
Right. I also love how Junpei's back.
What do you mean? As the puppet?
At the end of the last episode, Junpei came back, and he said he's gonna kill. He said he's gonna kill.
It's not
Itadori
Junpei.
Yuji.
It's not Junpei.
No, it's not. But there's a joke where some people thought it was.
Oh my god! Because they haven't watched the movie.
They didn't watch the movie, so they're like, Junpei's back.
Oh my god!
Because Yuta changes his hair to be a little bit more unique.
What's funny too is that the part 0 was just supposed to be a one-off thing, and that's why there's no domain expansion in it, because that was not a thing yet.
So the 0 was the pilot.
That's what the story was actually going to be.
A one-shot thing. It was just supposed to be that story, right?
Well, it was going to be. So in manga, they do like if they're taking, I guess, like a risk on serializing something, they'll do a 0 volume or whatever, and the story will continue on after that. But in this case, he ended up changing it because Yuta was going to be the main character of the entire series.
Right.
Yep.
I'm sure he's got to have an interview or something where he actually explains that change. I have not seen anything of him explaining it, but
right. I think they just I think the editors were like, you need to make somebody that's less unique or something like that.
More unique, maybe, or like less, because his copy ability is super OP too. Like,
right. Well, he doesn't even really get that until, I guess no, he does. He does.
He has that in part 0 because he does the Inumaki's voice, right thing.
Yeah, he does. My bad.
Yeah.
The movie added black flashes, which was cool. The manga didn't have that.
They did put Black Flash in the movie though.
I don't remember that, but
yes, the movie.
Oh, yeah.
They actually showed. This is also not in the manga, but they showed Nanami's like famous 7 black flash in a row thing that they talk about in the anime, right?
Yeah.
Which is cool. But yeah, seeing Yuta hit a black flash in theaters made me.
I wish I could have seen
cream
that in
my
theaters.
pants a little bit because it wasn't in the manga, and I was like, that's the thing.
It's happening. Oh.
And I was like, whoa.
Okay. Oh my god, I wish I could see that in theaters. I'm hoping to get to see the Chainsaw Man movie in theaters, so that'll be
Oh yeah,
neat.
I forgot they're making it a movie. I get it, but I'm also sick of movies that just progress the story. I mean, I'm not completely sick of it, but
it's better than like the way the Demon Slayer handled things, because they make the movie, and then they extend it for a season, which is weird.
I did like seeing that movie in theaters at the time, but then
Demon Slayer,
Demon Slayer. But then they just for like the first half of that season just showed the movie again.
Yeah, that's a common complaint I've heard online. So, anyways, back to season 2, quick. Because there's a few more things I do want to talk about here.
Yeah.
I really liked seeing that one guy die with the hand sword or whatever his name was. That was nice because I hated that guy the entire time. With little miracles or whatever. But he had run out of miracles.
Oh, yeah, that bastard.
Overall's
with the
guy. With the eyes.
Yeah, under his eyes, yeah.
Yeah.
He didn't understand his power, too, which was frustrating. Because, like, he was just I just hated him. He's such a cocky little shit.
And a womanizer.
Yeah, and just the way Naname grabbed him by the hair and whatnot, and like the daddy Naname scene.
Allies in their locations.
Yeah, that also made me horny. But it was good to see Naname put in some work.
Naname's voice actor in Japan is like the daddy voice actor too. Apparently,
yeah.
I saw a thing where he was showing all his roles.
100%.
And the way people think of him in Japan is just hilarious to me. Like he is that kind of. He's
also
always
voices,
that kind of guy.
Like Kusakabe in Chainsaw Man. He's like the best hunter in Chainsaw Man.
He's the guy with all the scars, right?
Yes.
Who's training power but that's the same voice actor, right?
Yes. And
yeah. Okay. Yep.
Yeah, he does a lot of the daddy characters. He does somebody in Attack on Titan, I think, too. But isn't he the old, the guy who's like in charge of Irvin? Maybe. I thought, but I could be wrong there too. My first role that I recognized his voice in was actually in Tower of God.
I've not seen that either.
This blonde guy, and I was like, I really like this guy's voice, and then it turns out that he's like huge.
He's a really big deal. Makes sense, right? But anyways, what I had more thoughts on season 2. Hold on. So what happened? So we get the hidden inventory parts, which were dope because we got Toji.
Yes.
And then it went right into. I really liked the humanizing moments. I thought the Yuji trying to get Nobara to go see Human Earthworm 3 was the funniest fucking thing, and we had that whole Human Earthworm. We got to see part of the movie.
Oh, yeah.
That was way too funny to me.
At first, because like
I thought it was the funniest thing ever.
I was like, what is this?
It's Human Centipede, but it's not because they changed it up. But because the first movie he talks about is Human Centipede, but not like because he makes Human Earthworm. So that's the whole parody there, which is super funny to me, who's someone who loves like B horror movies and whatnot. And so that was just fantastic because I totally get where Yuji's coming from because I would totally go see Human Earthworm 3.
Yeah,
it's more of a love story.
And also how Yuji, someone cooked with Yuji when he recognized his friend from high school.
Oh, yep. That was cute, which nothing came of that though.
Mm-hmm.
But I suppose that's to show how his life it really can't be normal.
Yeah, I think that they kind of wanted to like have a little lightheartedness in between the two tragedies.
Was that in the manga though?
Yes.
I skipped some of that because I wanted to get right after Shibuya. So I did kind of gloss over a bit of the things I've already seen.
100%.
So that was super cute. There was the scene where they ruined Gojo's shirt and Megumi shoved it in his shirt, which was also hilarious and very lighthearted.
That was fun.
Just a very nice, cute moments. The fan edits of the part, I think I sent it to both of you guys with Panda, and where Sukuna's like, no human shall move from this spot.
Yeah.
And it shows Panda like looking over.
Doing like a meme face. And
yeah. And then Sukuna's just like, oh, well, I guess we're good here because he's not human.
That checks out.
He is a panda.
Panda is just one of the best characters, hands down. I liked too how that swordman he was with, I can't remember his name, but he's just like, I need to keep him distracted because I'm not going to fight. We're not strong enough to do this.
I mean, he's like the most rational person. Well, I guess you shouldn't be a jujitsu sorcerer if you're rational, but he's like,
well, you can take down smaller things though, but he understood the complexity of the situation they were in.
Shit's Gojo's gone. this sucks. And then he's like,
screwed.
Hey guys, Sukuna's out here, so like, let's not fight. And then
that scene too, where Gojo did the 0.2 seconds of his domain.
Oh yeah,
beautifully done. Where he's just running through quick. The animation on that was beautiful.
I also liked when he just walked Hanami into a wall and exploded them.
Hanami is the one I feel bad for out of all the bad guys in that show, though.
Yeah,
I do have the most sympathy for Hanami.
Actually had like a kind of noble agenda.
Well, and I also thought it was sweet too how even Jogo was like, I won't just burn everything down because I care about Haname.
Mm-hmm.
Because Sukuna was like, why didn't you guys just burn everything down? And he did ask that. He didn't answer him there, but we as the audience knew why he didn't do that, which was sweet, surprisingly.
Yeah.
Oh, what else? What else happened? So we had... Oh, and then my favorite character got introduced. Chozo is by far my favorite character. I don't know what it is about Chozo.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he was there, but he didn't actually become a
Well, yeah, he was there.
character until-
Yes. But the whole him finding out what's going on. Well, we don't.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we did find out in the anime, right? We did find out.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I was gonna
Not full extent.
I was
but
gonna ask what you thought about Yuji having a bunch of people to call him brother for no reason.
I loved it, but we still don't really. Did we get to see his mom in the anime yet?
no,
I can't remember if that didn't actually happen, but so it didn't fully get explained, right?
no Kenjaku back shots.
Okay.
I think there's like a picture, but like there's no animation or voice or anything, right? Because he shows like, this is my dad and this is my mom, and then it cuts back to the fight.
So
Chozo's dad, yeah.
Yeah.
but Chozo's dad is Yuji's mom, right? Technically.
Oh.
And also Ghetto.
Yeah.
Do I
yes.
have to
kinda
read
got
more
explained, right?
manga to make more sense of that?
No.
Yes. But
yes,
I mean,
yes.
kind of. It got explained a little bit at the end there, right?
It did, but not exactly what it is. They just all
Okay.
happen to have the stitching on their forehead. So you can make some assumptions.
Yeah.
Okay, on
But
that
yeah,
topic,
so-
can I ask? I feel like I probably missed something, or I'm living under a rock. So, like, Gato's supposed to be dead, right? Like everyone was
He is
like,
dead.
he is dead, and then he comes back and they figure it out. And then so did
Well,
he? Sorry.
Kenjaku took his body.
Right. I got that. But so did he die at the end of Zero?
Zero.
Okay,
Yes.
that's right. Okay, I
'Cause
was
if you
paying
notice
attention.
in Zero, he does not have the scar on his forehead at that point.
Right. Well, it's like he's like laying there on the side of the building or whatever, and Gojo's like, "Yo, what's up?" And then he goes back
Gojo
to
kills
talk
him
to
himself.
Yuta. Okay, so that's how that happened. Okay, good.
And then he sees him and he's like, "Is that my boyfriend?" And then
It
he
doesn't
gets
really.
trapped.
So it doesn't super explain how Kenjaku got the body, though, right?
Right.
As far as I've seen,
And
No,
Yeah.
I think. Well, he did say like this.
he
This
should have
is
destroyed the body.
yeah,
right?
this was
But
an odd time
But
for
Gojo
you.
couldn't do it.
you to show mercy or whatever.
Yeah. Because that's like the worst body he could have got. I feel like. I mean, he could have got Gojo's body, I
It's
suppose,
pretty,
but
yeah.
still not good. The whole scene of Mahito running away from Yuji was beautiful too in the snow, like the trapped animal.
Oh, yeah.
there you go.
Beautiful, just gorgeous.
Fortnite.
Just loved it. It was absolutely fantastic, perfect. And then
he
Gato showed up. Should I
finally
help
got
you?
his comeuppance.
Yeah, because Mahito is the actual worst character in the show, but god damn it. So he reminds me a lot of, I love the movies the Terrifier movies, because it's a slasher, but it's got Art the Clown. And the whole time I'm watching that, I'm like, he's doing awful shit, but he's such a silly, goofy guy, you can't stay mad at him.
My
And that's how I feel about Mahito as well.
my girlfriend really loves his design. Kat
Mahito's?
loves, yes, Kat loves
Yeah.
his design. He's a piece of shit, but like his domain where he has like the hands in his mouth and stuff.
So cool.
It's
so
such an
cool.
iconic
I love
panel.
hands. I love hand stuff like that.
She got that tattooed on her body.
Oh my god.
Oh, wow.
Hell yeah.
Like, and it looks amazing.
Hell yeah.
Fuck that guy. But
But that's what I'm saying. He's such a silly, goofy guy. I cannot stay mad at him.
I can.
Drink him up, drink him up,
No.
drink him up. And I don't know, just the puppets he's making people, the kissing, like he's so goofy.
He did do
But
kissy face. And he
Oh, he's so
he said-
funny.
He's like, Itadori Yuji.
And I love his talk with Nobara too. Like I think that's how you say her name, right? Nobara? Is it? Or am I
Nobara.
saying that wrong?
Nobara.
Hammer
No,
girl.
But he's talking to her and he's like, "Oh, I like you," and that whole scene, because she just
Yeah.
does not give a fuck.
No, she's got the sass. And the
All right,
the
I'm just trying to
ability
mentally
keep up
move
with
through
it.
quick because I want to make sure I covered things. The girls who are in love with Gato, I always thought that was creepy.
Yeah, I think it was like a family type of
Well,
love.
Like they like
I
they
know,
like
but,
saved them
like-
or saved.
But then
yeah.
I defended Wee Wee and Mei Mei, right? And then so I can't say it's not weird.
I don't think it's
because-
not as weird for sure.
I don't know.
I don't know.
but,
They didn't wake
uh,
up in a bed like naked, you know.
But
Yeah.
they were on the beach and like rubbing him down and stuff and telling him how much they love him and like
I forgot about that. Yeah.
and like and he saved them when they were children.
Yeah, they could have been Stockholm.
Because those were the girls in the hidden inventory part. Those are the girls they went to
Yeah.
and they were in the cage and the people were like,
Yes.
"They're demons. You need to kill them."
Right.
And that's his moment. He snapped, right, and burnt down the whole village.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I just want to make sure those are the same girls.
Depressed.
The phone thing was neat. I wish we got to see more of Gato's little society, because you got to see a lot of them in Zero. And then it just showed them...
For a second.
Yeah, talking about, like, well, it's not even Gato anymore, yada, yada, yada.
Yeah, some of them...
And we didn't really get to see... We got to see the ones challenge Panda and the other guy.
Yeah, Miguel went... Miguel's in Africa with Yuta.
Yeah, so we haven't seen him come back yet either. I don't know if he's going to come back.
Yuta came back without him.
But the guy with, like, the heart nipples, that was a guy, right?
Yeah.
His nipples, he had tattoos. We didn't see any more of him.
Some pasties or something.
Still haven't seen more of him.
Yeah, I don't think they really have any relevancy. No. Most of them just said that they were going to give up. They're like, well, he's dead. So.
Oh, how can we forget about the Mekumaru fight, though? We gotta talk. Like, that was
pretty dope.
You're right.
Perfect. And it was inspired. I was watching a clip on TikTok about all the things that he took reference from for all those fights. And I can't remember. That was from, I want to say, some Gundam show, or maybe it was something else.
A lot of Ava.
Definitely Ava. Yeah.
A good amount of Gurren Lagann, and probably also like Gundam or something.
Yeah. Because there was a lot of shots, but it was more homage than copying, which was super neat.
So good.
Yeah, it was.
And they
fantastic.
animated the scenes more like what they were paying homage to. Like the Gurren Lagann scene was really rough, but like that's because Gurren Lagann has that. When
the scene of the blue-haired girl on the train
that was very
talking
sad.
to Mekumaru, very sad. And then I love how her classmates were like, "We're not, no, we're going in there."
Yeah,
because you don't do that to one of our own, kind of thing.
Right, you're not just
very sweet.
They're all still on his side.
Yeah, what's the bow guy's name again? The guy with the blood technique. He's got the bow.
Noritoshi Kamo. I think
his character after the Shibuya arc too, fantastic. I just want to say that too. Like,
yeah, you almost don't recognize him at first.
You don't. I didn't.
Well, yeah. I guess I wouldn't say almost.
until the little flash. I'm like, oh, okay. 'Cause she does say his name, but like I said, I'm really bad at Japanese names until I really see the character a lot and like get really invested into it.
Yeah, I had to like, is that him? Oh, it is. Okay.
Mekumaru taunting Chozo was also hilarious. Like, to get him into the bathroom. Fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
Like, your brothers were weak. They were crying.
Dude, in the anime, they really sluttied up these dudes. Like, that scene where Chozo, like, shows his hardened blood, like, the manga did not have him chiseled up like that.
No, but,
And, like, Nanami and everybody, like, bruh.
So, like, we knew Mekumaru was like dead, but he's still talking through like the transmitters. At the beginning, I thought it was all like pre-recorded, and that made sense to me.
It was technically pre-installed with cursed energy. So I mean, it technically was kind of pre-recorded.
Cursed energy.
He fucking did like AI.
Yeah, exactly.
ChatGPT.
Yeah, he put enough of his energy in those things so he could still talk. So it was like a real world equivalent of recording, but like where he could still pay attention to things.
Okay, that's how that works. Okay.
So he was saving it and when Gojo got sealed, if Gojo got sealed.
Gotcha.
But all these events started because of him, though, right? That was the whole thing too.
Because of Mekumaru.
Because he's the one that he gave them the secrets to get in to get.
Yeah, he leaked
to the exchange event.
Info.
Right.
Yeah. Because he wanted a body, he wanted to be a real boy.
Yeah.
A real boy.
He should have just dipped there. I kind of wish, instead of trying to fight him, I wish he would kind of dipped and get to continue. But I do feel like that fight was too cool and his sacrifice was good. And he did have a good shot, but he didn't really. Nobody really knew how Mahito worked except for Yuji and Sukuna and Naname to an extent.
Yeah, and I think Mekumaru got a little bit from their interactions, so maybe that's why he's like, I can stop it before it happens. But
yeah.
It didn't.
But it was still he's the one that let them into Jujutsu High.
Yeah, like maybe just don't do that.
Yeah. Well, he was a dick in the exchange event too, so
yeah.
Panda.
He was just a little too horny, you know? He's just like, gotta go be a real boy.
Get that blue hair girl.
Yep, gotta bonk, go to horny jail.
Oh, okay.
Shibuya happened.
We're running over the hour here, but I just wanted to there's a little bit more. What else we got? So the Mekumaru fight, and then what happened after that? That's when they all started getting to Shibuya, right? I loved all the costumes in the crowd. I loved all the Halloween. There was a lot of little Easter eggs in there.
Mhm.
Yeah, there's like a
people,
Naruto
different things.
Joker.
Yeah, there was all sorts of things. It was neat.
What's funny is that Japan said like don't come to Shibuya on Halloween. They're like, there's so many people that are gonna be here. Don't come.
Yeah.
And now it's gonna be a big deal, a bigger deal.
Yeah, it's so
Because
funny.
people don't listen, especially foreigners. We do not listen.
Oops.
Yeah. So I'm trying to think of what else happened in season 2. There was a lot. There was so much that happened in season 2. A lot of people died.
I mean,
I don't know.
Shibuya, right?
Did a lot of people? I'm trying to think. So we got Nabara.
In Shibuya,
Died.
like this, the city itself also.
Yeah, the city itself died. Yep.
There do be, yeah.
Exploded.
Poof.
Inumaki lost his arm, which was a really weird reveal there at the end.
Yeah,
I was like,
the head of the Zenin clan
yep, he
got
died.
burnt up.
Which
Maki
plays
got
a big
burnt
role
up.
in the manga. Yep.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Gojo's sealed, so he's
Yeah.
just not there.
Yep.
What are they gonna
do? Trying to think. What else? Anything else big happened? What's with the deal with the blonde girl? I really don't get her stuff still either. The one who asks what type of woman do you like?
What's her deal?
Well, because that was during the flashback, right? When
and then she came back at the very end. She's a special grade sorcerer, though, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because she's in the manga. She's one of the
four.
Small spoiler, but she's one of the ones protecting Tengen, right? So we don't really get to see anything. We haven't seen her really step in yet, right? Either in the manga.
Yeah.
She has not jumped in yet.
Yeah.
We're still waiting on her.
Yeah. You are.
So we don't really. Oh no. She came in for a second, didn't she? No. She's got the gravity thing, right?
Don't worry about it.
I just want to make sure though. Did she?
Don't worry about it.
But she's got like gravity powers, right?
She has that little guy that goes around with her.
Little
That, like,
Yes, the
skilly
snake guy.
thing.
Yes. So we did see her a little bit do some stuff.
yeah.
Yes. Okay.
There was gravity involved, but
there was
it wasn't hers.
Udaranme. I still don't really know what her deal is.
Oh,
the ice girl.
Uraume.
Yeah.
They just hang out with Sukuna. They're
Yeah. Is she also just a cursed spirit, or is she like? I don't know what her deal is, or where she came from. It has not really been explained yet either.
I don't think it's exactly confirmed. There's some theories though.
There's some speculation out there for her.
Something about vessels, you know.
The second form of Mahito was super cool. His awakened form.
I thought that was lame.
You did?
I
thought it was
personally,
cool.
I thought it was kind of lame.
I think it looked too much like Mahiraga, and people are confusing it online. I've seen multiple posts now where people
I feel
have
like it
accidentally used that.
Looked too much like special grade spirits. I guess they all look the same when they have like.
Yeah. Let's see what else
Sukuna
happened
fingers.
here. Toto losing his hand was super sad.
Yeah,
But-
honestly, I think he might be able to still do his boogie woogie. I think he just said that because he was so low on energy that he couldn't do it. But maybe
Yeah,
not.
maybe, but
He
he
could
has
probably
not
figure
come
it
back
out.
yet, though.
He
So,
could clap
but
his
maybe,
feet.
Maybe he can get a fake hand or something. I don't know.
Yeah, you have prosthetic. Yeah. Oh, totally.
Let's see. I think that's. So we went. So it starts off with the hidden inventory, goes right to Shibuya. We get the Mekumaru thing in Shibuya, and then the fuck else happens in there? There's the dude with he does the reversal thing. They fight those guys, and that's when Toji comes back.
Yeah. The one grade A sorcerer guy.
Yeah, with the mustache.
And
then you got the granny and the dude who turns into Tojo.
No, there's
Toji.
what's the ability called? It's like a seance ability.
Seance, yes.
Oh yeah, that dude. Eno.
He covers
Is that his name?
Yeah, I think it's Eno or something like that. He covers his face.
Yeah, he's not dead. Spoiler,
yeah,
I guess.
He did.
He's still kicking.
He put up a good fight until.
He did until obviously when Toji shows up. Like Toji, right? That's his name. Yeah.
Yes.
Let's see. So that all happened. I loved. They really did a good job with the rabbits fighting.
Oh yeah,
that
they
was more
they
expanded.
really
so
hammed
cool.
up that fight too.
The rabbit throwing hands was like the cutest, best, one of the best things in that whole season.
That was
just
fun.
hilarious to me. Just the whoop, whoop, whoop. The 1-2.
Yeah.
And then that's when they start fighting Dagon right after that, because that's.
No, it's the other way around. Dagon's
duh.
before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
but I'm talking. Sorry, Ino fighting Toji getting murked.
Yes.
And then the Zenin guy. I love the Zenin guy's power. I love how they showed it in the anime as well.
It makes more sense in the anime because I think they actually did it. Well, it is animated in the 24 frames or whatever. So
yeah,
right.
Super neat. And I love like the subtle dig at him explaining how hard it is to make anime.
Right.
Because he's bitching about 60 frames per second on TVs.
Like, everybody wants 60 frames. You can't draw that.
I feel like that was definitely. I don't know if I didn't see that in the manga because I skipped over a little bit of that. I'm not sure if he.
I think he did.
I'm not sure if he actually complains, but it felt like the animators coming through on that one a little bit, or the people writing the anime.
Yeah, they're drawing it being like,
yeah. Okay, so we had that, and then Megumi fights Toji after Dagon, like the bunny thing.
Yeah.
And I'm just trying to make sure we didn't miss
his
anything I wanna talk
treasure.
about.
Yes, actually.
Summon the treasure.
Ethan Swandizzle, you didn't get the joke of Megumi summoning his treasure. Do you get it now? Or
What
still
joke?
not? The fact that Megumi, at the smallest inconvenience, Megumi risks everything and wants to summon
Oh
Maharaga.
yeah, multiple times throughout the show too, right? Where he's like about to do the thing.
Every fight, he
Because like he even tries to do it to Toto, right?
He tries to do it to Sukuna Yuji.
But then he also does it to Toto when he's getting his butt kicked before the exchange event.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
He also says it there too.
He starts doing it. No, like episode 1. He's about to do it.
Does he even know?
And then
does he even know what it actually does though? Or like
probably, I don't know. Probably.
So what's the deal with that though? So like he's just not strong enough to not die from it, right?
So the way that the technique is you have to be able to summon a spirit and defeat them on your own to have control of them.
Yeah.
And nobody's been able to defeat Maharaga because he's just so strong.
Yeah.
Well, you have to do it by yourself. That's the thing.
Oh, okay,
to actually...
so because Sukuna beat it up, that doesn't count.
No, it does not count.
Okay.
Yeah, so but he needs 2 people. That's why he has to do it with someone. So when he kills him, it kills him and then kills the other person who was in the circle with him. That's why Sukuna has to stop it. Okay, so but where were we at though? So we did he summoned the thing.
Yeah.
Sukuna has the big fight with Maharaga, which
Joko.
is beautiful. Throwing the airplane down and whatnot. That was even that airplane shot though too was another shot where I'm like, this looks a little iffy.
And then
it looks
I like the
iffy.
weird. I like the weird. People don't like
too.
the Naruto pain fight. That's my favorite. That is the
Naruto what?
Naruto pain fight. That is like
that was my favorite fight in that whole show too.
That's the peak of the entire series.
Yeah, me too. Absolutely. That's where I kind of stopped giving a shit about Naruto was that point.
It's goofy.
So, but yeah, besides that, but I like even though it is goofy looking, I still feel like it was not intended to be that way is what my point is.
Yeah,
I guess.
maybe not. But I think that like One Piece does it too. The exaggeration just shows on like how much of a higher scale things are when that's
How many times have you watched that episode though?
1.
Go watch it again with this perspective.
I've seen the scene of him in the kitchen a few times on
the
TikTok.
I'm just saying, go rewatch the whole episode with this perspective in mind if you get something just kind of bored. Because I would like your second opinion on it to where like, because I've watched it 3 times now, twice in Japanese and once in English. Charm. No, it doesn't lose its charm. I'm just with the added context of what they were going through and whatnot. I mean, she still probably knew that, but like, just a second like viewing might change it a little bit. It does. It is beautiful still, but with a different perspective, I guess. So we get that fight, and then
Jogo, and then Itadori gets depressed. Nanami dies. Nanami dies.
And then
Mahito fight, all that stuff. Toto, whatever.
Mahito fight, and then it really ends after that, doesn't it? Because that's just where
pretty much it ends with it. I called it too. I knew that the season was going to end with Yuta declaring that he's going to kill Itadori. I knew it was going to happen.
Which is also, so I thought that was going to, I'm not going to spoil anything for the manga, obviously, but I thought that was going to add a different level than what actually happened in the manga.
Right. Well,
I thought
he did a binding vow, so it's all or nothing.
But like, you know what I'm saying, though. You've read the thing. Like,
saying.
I thought the manga was going to take a completely different direction here than what it did.
Yeah.
And I feel like they set up a bunch of stakes that really didn't matter. If that, like, without spoiling anything.
It's okay.
Do you know what I'm saying, though?
I do, yeah. I get it.
It really felt like they were taking it in a different direction that just did not.
Do you have, Ethan, do you have any predictions?
I have a feeling that Yuta will not kill Itadori. He's going to try, but I think something's going to get in the way of that.
Oh, yeah, you think so?
Ethan, you should just get the Shonen Jump app. It's $2.99. I highly recommend it just to catch up on things. It is fun.
I better, yeah.
It is worth it. You can also, you can read for free. You can read every chapter. You can read every chapter. No, on that app, you can read for free. You can read every chapter once. You can only click on it once.
Oh, interesting.
Can you really, though? I thought, because only the first, like, 5 are free, and then, like, the last 5 are free. The rest are locked.
Oh, unless they changed it, because I read most of Jujutsu Kaisen for free on that app. Yeah, so I was talking about Shueisha's Manga Plus app, not Shonen Jump. So that's that.
They did. I think they did, at least from what I saw, because it said I had a couple for free, and then the rest had a lock button on there. And then, but maybe I just didn't click on it. Maybe I just bought the subscription too quick. But
because they had like you could only read them once.
The clicking on it once thing, that makes sense. Maybe it is like that still, because every time I just tried to minimize the app and open up something else quick, I'd have to go back, click into it, and then click onto the chapter.
Yeah.
So
I'll
you
check
might
it
not
out.
want to do that. Yeah, it's just $2.99, right?
I think
it
is in like the newest 3
You
are
get 7
free.
days free though too, so you can get 7 days free, read through it, and
Oh, baby.
call it good there too. But yeah, I highly recommend. So I would love to talk about the manga where we're at, because we're not getting season 3 for till 2025 at least. So
Sounds
No, it's
good.
going to be a couple of years, because season 1 ended in like 2021. I think.
but I think season 2. So it has taken a whole new level of fandom though at this point.
I got a shit. I'll be right back. Keep going.
Well,
we can just end it, Swandizzle, if you want.
Hold on, he's gonna go poop. I want to talk about some things in quick.
Okay.
Is he gone? Okay, can we talk about some manga spoilers real quick then?
I suppose. Hey
just a
guys, some manga spoilers here. Skip ahead to 1 hour, 18 minutes, and 18 seconds.
Whatever. Well, this is probably the end of it anyways. We'll wait for him to come back and then. But god damn it, fucking him taking Megumi's body. It's the coolest fucking shit.
Depression.
Yeah, but oh my god. And like it's still not done. Like we have to wait. What is it? 8 more days, I think.
Dude, it's so hard to wait for chapters. It's such a killer, because chapters.
And they're so quick
only
too.
Like, yes, I know. That's why it's so bad. Because like it's this gap is 3 weeks, and there's something that people are rumoring is going to happen, but they rumor it every fucking week.
What's the rumors right now though? What do we got for rumors? What do they think is going to happen?
A certain somebody's coming back, but they've rumored this every chapter for like the
Is it
past
Nabora?
Fucking no.
Gojo?
Yeah.
I think Gojo's done. Gojo is done. I don't think so. I think he's done. I think he's done. Gege hates Gojo for one.
Yeah. I'm not part of
absolutely hates
what is
Gojo.
it, the Copium Kaisen or whatever. But
Yeah.
I've got some hopes up still that there's something that could happen, but it's not likely.
I think Nabora is coming back though. I think
There's a good chance
I think
of
that's
that.
a real possibility. She's coming back. Because the way they phrase it too, I think she's probably dead. There's probably not a lot of hope, but
maybe
I did heal her, so I think she's coming
I
back.
stopped her from getting hurt more.
All right,
And the way they keep talking. Oh no.
Keep going. Spoilers, whatever.
no.
Just keep going.
No, we're done.
We're not doing that.
I just really had to say that one
Did
thing.
you poop?
Because
There's no fucking way you pooped in 2 minutes.
Dude, I had to go so bad. I was just like listening, like holding it in. I was like, I gotta fucking
You got that?
go.
You got that
Well,
fiber?
I got to at least scream that thing out real quick, so that
Dude,
was fine.
I take fiber every day, and my poops just slide out, and like
Hell
I don't
yeah,
have
brother.
to wipe. Anyways,
Good.
I think that's the end of season 2, though, right?
I think so. I'm so excited for so much more. Like season 1, I rated a 10 out of 10. Season 2, if I could, it'd be an 11 out of 10.
Yeah, absolutely.
To be honest.
Absolutely. And I feel so bad for the animators coming up for season 3, though.
Mappa needs to like get their
bad.
shit together, because like I don't want to support them, but
No, yeah, it sucks. Because they're making some of the best shit. Like, you guys need to watch Vinland Saga, too, I'm telling you. If you haven't,
it's on my list.
it's something else. Like, I went into it being like, oh, yeah, Viking anime? That sounds dope as hell. And it's way more like Berserk. in terms
right.
of like
Yes.
writing, and not so much action wise, but
Berserk
like in terms of
and
like
Vagabond and Vinland Saga all get kind of grouped up in a similar kind of.
I don't know what Vagabond is. This is probably something I should check out though.
It's like a samurai guy. Yeah, it's really good.
I'm hoping we get Hell's Paradise from Mappa. We should get that soon here. I think this year.
Yeah.
You guys, I think you said you've seen that, right, Eddie?
Yes. Also,
Ethan, no though.
No.
also airing right now. Solo Leveling. I'm really excited for that.
I've seen
I saw ads for that.
Yeah, I've been seeing ads for that. Is that something to
You should definitely check
check
it
out?
out.
Because like I've said a million times though too, and I always say I'm not the biggest fan of anime, but I do like the ones that are not your stereotypical anime.
Right.
I think
Solo
and I think
Leveling
it's
is a little bit closer to stereotypical, but it's not. It's not.
Okay, cool. But yeah, that's why I like Attack on Titan
The
so
first
much.
episode, you might be like, oh, okay.
I do credit Attack on Titan with bringing more anime fans to the West as well, because it's not your stereotypical thing.
Right. It's not like laser blast out of my arm.
It's not cringy at all. There is nothing cringe really about Attack on Titan.
Yeah.
There's no real fan servicey. There's no actual cliche kind of things. There's no nosebleed and fucking booby characters.
Yeah. But yeah, that stuff's rough. The second opening song for Mashal also is such a banger.
Wait, Mashal? Wait, second opening for Mashal?
Yes, the second opening. Season 2
there's only
just
one
started.
season? Really?
It just started.
Oh my god, thank God. I needed something to watch.
Dude, the opening is it's such a banger. It's been stuck in my head for
Mashal
days,
is
bro.
one of my favorite, has become one of my favorite things. The season 1 was so good.
It's very
I'm so excited to
silly.
hear that.
It's like,
It's so silly, but it's so good. It's One Punch Man, or it's not One Punch Man. It's Rock Lee meets Hogwarts is the way I describe it to everybody.
it's exactly what it is.
It's so good. It's so fun. And yeah, season 1 didn't really do a lot, but I like how they did call out some stereotypes too, like with the one who's in love with his sister.
Yeah, he calls him sister, what is it? Trope guy.
And the lolly lover too, or something like that. Are you a lolicon?
Yeah.
Like just calls him out like
It is funny.
so good. Any other recommendations though? I need some stuff for work and whatnot. What
for
else?
right now, Mashal and Solo Leveling, if you
Are they on
want,
Crunchyroll?
yes.
What about Vagabond?
I don't know if it's even been animated, to be honest.
Oh, it's just a manga. Okay. Solo Leveling is right there. Let's go ahead and add that to my watch list.
Yeah, current stuff. I mean, I'll have to think about it. But
Did you guys see the last season of Spy X Family? Is that too like generic? Or
I have
whatever?
not watched Spy X Family. I've heard good things about it though.
Yeah,
It's cute.
I've seen the first few episodes. It is cute. But I have trauma from that show now, so
Oh.
I also started reading the One Punch Man manga because I want to catch up on that. And there's so many Saitama is so cute in the manga. He's like way cuter than he is in a lot of scenes in the anime. Like he's more derpy in the anime. But like there's just so many little facial expressions he makes in the anime or the manga that are so adorable.
yes.
Absolutely adorable.
Plus, like, some of the panels are absolute masterpieces. Most of the panels are absolute
Are
masterpieces.
either of you caught up on Chainsaw Man manga? I think I asked that.
I
but
am.
No. You know,
No.
I'm gonna have
Ethan
to.
is?
No, I'm gonna have to try Chainsaw Man again. I don't know. I have this thing where like I'll start an anime or whatever, and then I don't know. It doesn't like hit for me, and then I never get. You know, I give it a break for like several weeks, and then I try it
Man's
again, and I
definitely
got
worth
into it.
I would recommend reading the Chainsaw Man manga. So if you get the Shonen app, you can read
Okay.
100 chapters a day.
Okay.
I would start there because
Yeah.
I do think the manga has, or just go watch Super Eye Patch Wolf. You guys know him on YouTube? Go watch his Chainsaw. I like his stuff. If you know his,
I
I
don't
like
know.
his stuff though a lot.
Maybe I'll have to read the manga because I find when they do the 3D stuff in anime, it throws me off.
Episode 1's the only time where it's like really that noticeable. There's a couple other moments, but it gets
Yeah,
it's
but
not
so
a really
Chainsaw
big
Man.
thing.
Okay.
That's my whole video about Chainsaw Man too. I say that Chainsaw Man is a trick. It's a trap to get shonen readers into something that's more than shonen. So
Yeah, it's a
like it's
seinen.
not, especially by the time you get to part 2, it's not about Chainsaw Man. It is about the emotions and the characters and the relationships they have with each other living in
It's
this dark, depressing world.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
about traumatizing your fans. Same thing with
Yeah,
Jujutsu Kaisen.
I see.
It's, yeah. If you really like Jujutsu Kaisen, there's no reason you shouldn't like Chainsaw Man.
Okay.
At least part 1.
They're often
I'm
grouped
still
up.
skeptical of part 2 at this point. because it's
definitely
not quite hitting for me.
It's definitely. I liked it more so at the beginning, but even then,
me too.
it's
But
different.
But that's my whole video about the Chainsaw Man is
go watch
the fact
that.
I can't judge the story yet
Let's wrap it up. But yeah, because
It's just
Chainsaw
not
Man
done
1
yet.
had a moment too where it was kind of
it was a big deal at the end, and it's just
Monster
like I
of the
can't
Week.
trust this author anymore. And I know I was saying that like so with Jujutsu Kaisen characters die, and it's not a big deal, and it's just not for you. But like Chainsaw Man is different because it is about the characters.
There's purpose behind it.
Yeah, it's a lot. But yeah, should we wrap it up then, guys? Thank you so much for hanging out with me.
Yeah, thanks,
exactly.
guys.
I love doing this.
Excited for more Jujutsu Kaisen. Watch if you want shows that are coming out this season. Solo Leveling's gonna be really good, I'm sure. And if you like comedy shows, watch Mashal. And
Mashal's also pretty actiony though too. Like,
yes, it is.
and then so Ethan, if you do catch up on Jujutsu Kaisen, you should I do have the next I have Thursday through Sunday off if you guys want to do like part 3.
Okay.
Or not part 3. If you want to do another Jujutsu Kaisen podcast.
just read 150 chapters in a week.
Dude,
I mean,
bet.
Super quick. I get through 100 a day to where I'm getting to the max every day. So
sounds good.
But I'm also and people would get really mad at me, but I'm also skipping a lot of I'm going
don't
through
do
the
that.
action pretty quick. No, I'm not skipping. I'm getting through the action pretty quick.
Sometimes it's hard to follow the panels.
Well, I'm leaving it for the anime in that aspect, as to where I'm reading the manga to see what happens because I'm impatient.
Just the story.
But then I'll see the beautiful animations and the fights in the movement of everything, if that makes sense, when it's fully alive.
I see.
So I am getting through it quicker than you should, but yeah. Sorry, I keep talking.
Hell yeah,
Minnesota
brother.
thing.
Minnesotas. Thank you everybody for watching. Yeah, thanks for joining everybody. If anybody made it to the end of this podcast, thank you. Appreciate the support. The you being here and watching and liking and commenting is the best thing you can do to support us. So if you could spare the time and effort, please do that. I'd like to thank my guests, Anthony SechsyStudios again, and Ethan Swandizzle. Thank you for watching, and always bet on Hakari.